What's going on, Morgan?
It's going good, man. I appreciate you getting in on the show. I know it says Evan or Kevin from Georgia talking football, but maybe it's Evan talking Georgia football. I don't know what it is, but you let me know. What you going to talk
Yeah,
about tonight?
that would be correct. I want to kind of flip the script on you a little bit. I know we normally talk about Clemson on here, but you know me, I want to flip the script and talk a little Georgia. I got to pick on Allen for a minute, and Allen, I don't know if you can hear me or not, but you
Enough to
picked
yell at you.
Auburn against the spread last week, and I feel hurt on that. Yeah, if anything, I would have expected Allen to pick Georgia along with you, Morgan. And by the way, kudos for the Go Dogs last week. I listened to the podcast. I listened to that segment, so kudos on that. Thank you. But with that being said, obviously we know that Georgia is going to win out the rest of the regular season. Allen, are you going to pick Georgia to cover the spread for the next two games?
That's a great question, actually. It's funny. I was going to get into a little bit of that when our Week 13 spread pick, so you'll hear a little bit about that later. But yeah, I was going to say I've been pretty hard on Georgia this year. But if you take a look back from the beginning of the show, when we started several weeks back before the season started, I picked UGA as my number 2 seed. I had them winning the SEC championship. So I had the love for Georgia. I just haven't really liked what I've seen so far this year, especially offensively. Obviously, they have a great defense, but I just haven't been impressed with the offense. I don't like the play calling very much. I think they've been pretty vanilla, and it's come back to haunt them several times. Now they haven't necessarily had the losses, so that's a good thing. Obviously, good teams find a way to win, and that's what they've been doing. But yeah, I picked against them. Florida, I picked against them. With Auburn, like you said, and obviously that bit me. But I think Morgan will give you a little update later. I still am the leader in that contest right now, so my picks aren't all bad. But I have given them a hard time.
Yeah.
I just think that their defense is going to have to carry them. And can it carry them? Sure, it can. I think they're going to. I haven't decided yet whether I think they're going to play or beat LSU in the championship game. But I do think they have a good shot to win these next two games. Especially against these teams. Obviously, they're going to beat Georgia Tech. I think everybody knows they're going to beat Georgia Tech. But I think they can beat A&M pretty well, and I think they're going to do a good job. It's can the defense carry them, because I don't see their offense doing it. Their offensive line has not played up to the standard of a Georgia offensive line. They've recruited nothing but 5 stars these past several years on that offensive line. They should be mauling people at the point of attack and getting pretty much whatever yardage they want every time they run the ball. It's simply not happening. So they do deserve a little bit of the grief I give them for sure, but I give them just a little extra just for you and Stephanie.
Yeah, well, we do. We know you do, and we appreciate that. But you're absolutely right on that. Our offensive line has not done what they needed to. Especially with the play calling. I think that Coley has not done what he said he was going to do as far as wanting to open up the playbook. Obviously our play calling has been very vanilla, like you said. I mean, you can almost predict what we're going to do. First down, run, second down, run, third down, pass. That is every series almost. And when we do run, what works is when we run to the outside. I have yet to see our running game work when we try to run up the middle. And to me, teams that continuously see that, such as LSU, are going to be able to beat us in the running game. They are going to be able to stop that running game, and we're not going to get anywhere. And we're going to have to depend on Jake Fromm's arm to get us anywhere.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that you're really going to have to rely on Jake Fromm. A lot of people said, and Georgia fans Granite now are said preseason that Swift was just light years ahead of anything Clemson could do and Travis Etienne, and Swift really hadn't shown up like we kind of all anticipated him to do. Travis Etienne has, in my opinion, a better year than he has. But also we got a bunch of people, Evan, over in YouTube saying, hey, if you like the Bulldogs, you got to realize that the Gamecocks are better than the Bulldogs. So just make sure you understand that. And I also got a couple people saying that the Paul Feinbaum number is 855-242-7285. So if you want to talk about the Bulldogs anymore, you're kind of getting our Tiger fans riled up. We were talking about the ACC and the Tiger. We're getting ready to talk about Clemson football, and you throw a wrench in our story here to talk about the Georgia Bulldogs. But we appreciate you. We love you, Evan, and thanks for calling in, man, and being a part of the show.